Charlize, hi.
Hello.
We are here at the candidates tournament, and could you tell us your role over here?
So I am essentially the fun face of the FIDE broadcast. I get to do all the nice stuff like interview players in front of the fans, do recaps of the day, introduce the tournaments and the rounds, and just little bits of things everywhere. But yeah, mostly the biggest part, I guess, is interviewing players in a way that is fun.
In the fan zone?
Yes.
I've been seeing you in the fan zone. How has been your time there?
It's so much fun, honestly, because of course we have a few GMs there, the chess bros, and they do their own commentary. Sometimes they do puzzle competitions, there's merch being sold there, and a lot of buzz and excitement from viewers, and it's just, I guess, a place to enjoy chess with other people, and for a tournament as serious as this, it's a nice shift, I would say.
You know, I've been seeing you at FIDE events, first at World Rapid and Blitz,
Yes.
and now at this one.
Yes.
Are these the first couple of ones that you've done, or have you done it before as well?
No, in Uzbekistan was my first time doing this ever. And then I came to the candidates, and now for the rest of the year, basically every big FIDE event I'll be doing. I'll also be at Norway Chess in a month or so doing some work over there.
Wow.
So lots of, I guess, big events coming up.
So this is amazing because what I witnessed your work at the opening ceremony of this event was simply phenomenal because you managed to kind of talk to all the players. You asked them one question,
Yeah.
which is never easy.
Yeah.
So many people were watching.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Of course, I've never done an opening ceremony before at all. Like they told me, I guess a couple of weeks before this event, they asked, can you write the script? Can you do this and that? I thought, you know what, let's just see how it goes. And it went really well. I just made sure to like communicate with the players before the time that they knew what was going on, because chess players can be a bit awkward sometimes. And I guess as a player myself, I understand that. So I try to make it as easy for them as possible. And yeah, I'll be doing the same at, well, not the same thing, but I'll be doing the closing ceremony as well. I'll be hosting that too.
Wow.
So yeah, good thing I brought enough dresses. I came prepared.
So basically, this entire year, you'll be doing a lot of things related to chess coverage, journalism, media-related activities.
Yeah, so when I'm not at events, I'm doing PR and marketing every day. But other than that, every huge event, because it's FIDE 100, right? So we have lots of things coming up. We've got the team event in Astana in August, the Olympiad in September. I'm in the South African team, but I've decided to instead do FIDE work.
Wow.
I find this a little bit more fulfilling in a way, you know. I get to reach a wider audience. I get to make chess fun for the world in my own way. So I guess that's a decision I made the other day. And yeah, then the World Championship match will also most likely take place this year, which will be exciting. I'll be there too. And yeah, this is like the biggest year for chess, and it's just so cool to be part of all of it.
So are you a full-time employee with FIDE, or how is it?
Yes, since February I started full-time with FIDE, and now, yeah, I'm here.
Wow. Can you tell us a bit about yourself? Like, you are from South Africa. You are a WIM?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I'm a Women International Master from South Africa, born and bred in South Africa.
In which city? Also?
In Johannesburg.
Okay.
So this is, yeah, I mean, I guess if people say come to South Africa, it's always Cape Town, but I like the hustle and bustle of, you know, city life, big city life. So Johannesburg is where I'm from. We unfortunately don't have that many tournaments in South Africa. But my hometown has this kind of wind, unfortunately. So I guess I'm used to it, yeah. But
how did chess come into your life?
My dad taught me when I was about 6, 7 years old. He's the most passionate person I know about chess, but unfortunately he couldn't kind of commit to it long time. So he kind of forced my sister and I to play because it would be good for us, blah, 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 blah. And it is, I agree with him on that. But I didn't like it as much as a kid because my passion was through my dad and not by myself. So I left chess for a few years, and then I came back after high school, and I don't know, it kind of reignites your passion when you learn to love something out of your own and not because someone tells you to. And that's my relationship with chess. Now I love it because I want to play. I was avoiding all blitz tournaments even before because I'm like, what are people going to think about me? I'm going to do badly. And now I just go play, like, because
what
it's fun.
shifted?
I guess it's just that taking expectations off, because, you know, of course, if your parent wants you to do something, you want to make them proud all the time. And at some point you just realize that your parents will always be proud of you no matter what. So it's better to do something you want to do out of love than out of necessity. So even the blitz I played here in the candidates, I did well, but I just went there, I'm like, if I get 0, it's fine, as long as I'm having fun. And I think that's a healthy mentality for players to have. Maybe not like candidates players, I mean, they should be playing to win. But in general, for chess fans, I think if you've got that love first, chess will stay with you forever.
So, how did you become a WIM, and who helped you to get better at chess? Did you have a trainer?
Yes, so, well, my dad taught me for the first few years, and I got my title when I was 13 years old. I was the youngest South African to do that. I think I still hold the record. And yeah, I did that by winning our zonals, our African zonals. And yeah, then I started like some grandmaster coaching and stuff like that, but that's when I stopped playing. And
it became some little bit of pressure for you.
Yes, exactly. Like the pressure was a lot to begin with. Now getting this title, doing, you know, newspapers, radios, all eyes are on you, and I was just a kid. I'm like, ooh, I don't want this anymore. And yeah, but the good thing about a title is it stays with you forever, right? So I guess I always had that to fall back on and get into events and to play for. And now I'm aiming for WGM, hopefully in the future. So let's see. I do have my own coaches.
You still have your playing ambitions alive?
Oh yes, definitely. Okay. No, before this I played in the South African Championships. I came second. And yeah, the plan
is... So you and kind of Jessie are two of the best players, right?
Yes. And Chloe Badenhorst, she's a youngster coming up. South African actually has quite a few youngsters, and that's exciting in our chess because, yeah, it's changing from these experienced IMs to these kids coming up now. And it's great to be part of that. But at the same time, it's still challenging to become, I guess, a strong player to get your rating up in South Africa. So yeah, I'm going to try and get as many tournaments as I can in this new chess lifestyle that I have. And we'll see how it goes.
Fantastic. And did you also complete your education? Like, did you do something academically?
Yes, I have a degree in Media Communications and Culture, cum laude, from the Nelson Mandela University in South Africa. And yeah, I wanted to study further, but then right out of varsity, I got a job with ChessBase, and then I got a job with Forward Chess, and now I'm with FIDE, and it's just like chess keeps coming to me. I never planned to actually work in chess.
This is so interesting because the names of the organizations which you mentioned are some of the biggest ones. Yeah, they're contributing to chess, like ChessBase.
Yeah.
Then Forward Chess, FIDE. How do you decide to kind of switch, or let's say when you began with ChessBase, then Forward Chess, now FIDE? How did you decide it?
Well, in maybe a cliche way, life chose for me. Like these opportunities came to me. And I've just been kind of going with the flow of grabbing the chances while they're there, and just things happen when you least expect it. I think people have this certain idea of what life is going to turn out like, and then it doesn't. And sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. But for me with chess, it's like a ChessBase that ended, and Forward Chess came right after. Like it came
What was
to
your
me.
role at ChessBase?
ChessBase, I was a content editor and quality controller. And then Forward Chess, I was marketing coordinator, and now FIDE, PR and marketing manager. So it all kind of...
So in a way, you could say that this is much more of a front-facing role, right? What you have here.
Yes.
And perhaps that is more stressful, but at the same time, a lot more people are watching what you're doing.
Yes.
And do you like that?
I think it's a lot more suitable to me because, I mean, even with chessable and forward chess, there's a lot of behind the scenes work and making sure things run, which I do enjoy doing. But I also really like talking to people, and I like giving people in chess, like making it fun. And you know, you can't do much of that behind the scenes, but if you're in the spotlight in front, it's cool. It's a very new experience for me. I think it's going well. I hope so. A lot of it is just, my approach is to just be myself, and that's why I think it's been working out because I'm just, try to not be as professional, but more fun and relaxed and just giving people the perception of chess which I have.
I listened to all the interviews that you did before the event began.
Yeah.
And talking to top players can often be very difficult.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they give long answers, but sometimes they can give abrupt answers. Your mind blanks out. Did you face all of this? Because this is you're starting off in a way.
But can I tell you, I flew from South Africa, like straight from my national championships to Canada, and it was like a 25-hour journey, 28-hour journey, something like that, long flights. And I landed at, I would say 10 a.m., got to my hotel at 12 p.m., and I started these interviews at 2 p.m. So everything on top of each other. We did like 12 of the interviews in one day, next day opening. So everything was like boom, 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 you know? But fortunately, I know some of the players because I've been in chess. It was kind of, I told them from the beginning, this is more of a conversation, like just, I know they social distanced us with the couches being so far. I've seen those YouTube comments. But at the end of the day, I just told them, like, listen, we're just chatting. I've got these questions prepared. I had unique ones for all of them prepared like a month in advance. And then we just chose them, and it was just interesting to listen to what they had to say. So the pressure was less like, oh, you got to look nice on camera, you got to ask the right questions. Like, it's about what the players have to say, you know? And I think that changed things. Even when I do my interviews, I listen to what they say, and it takes the pressure off of what I'm saying. Because they're the stars, you know? I'm just guiding them.
So in a way, from what you mentioned, you always prepare well for what you have to do, but at the same time you are in the moment, you're flexible.
Yeah.
Is it a lot of work behind the scenes that you have to do for what you are doing right now?
For a lot of the stuff, yes, like especially those initial formal interviews, like that took a lot of work. But the live fan zone interviews, I would say they're the most stressful because I come up with the questions like on the spot. Because it depends on how the player did that game, depends how they're feeling, and like there's so much that goes into it. So it's stressful, but because I'm stressed, I think it's I'm doing a good job because I'm not kind of slacking like, oh, I'll think of what to say later. No, I don't know. It's difficult to explain. I get questions asked like, how do you do it? And I guess I just pretend like all the other people in the room aren't there, and I'm just talking to a player, and I genuinely want to know what they have to say about this. And yeah, it's been working so far.
Brilliant. Considering what FIDE has in terms of social media, it's all the time growing now.
Yeah.
You can see that earlier FIDE wasn't doing too many things, but now they are investing into it.
Yeah.
Especially with you coming on board. So what is it that you think can be done more, or do you think there's already enough that's happening?
I think we're going in the right direction of making chess fun and young, getting like some younger team members in, also social media and everything, because it's nice to have that balance between experience and like this just enthusiastic youth, you know? Like even though we don't have that much experience, we know what the people want. So in that sense, I think FIDE is doing a good job. Of course, I am part of FIDE, so I'm biased in that regard, but you can tell from, I guess, the last 2 years at least, their social media has been growing because they've realized, oh, people like to see a certain thing. And from my perspective, people want to see that players, they're just people, right? Like they're idols, they're geniuses, but at the end of the day, they're humans. And this is the shift we're getting in chess now, which is exciting because chess is a small world, and if you can look up to your idol and you see them as the person that's, you know, an actual human being, it could be inspiring for the next generation. So we'll see how well this goes. There are still some, I guess, intricate details of chess that we will have to, I mean, it will take a while to move past, like some issues, like especially with women in chess, but FIDE is doing a lot for that. I don't know if you heard about the new incentive for mothers in the Olympiad.
No.
But
What is that?
so if you are like a player and you have a small child, FIDE, like they've allocated in the budget that moms will be able to bring their kids with them and even have a caretaker for the kid, like while they play. Which is, I mean, if you're a mom, just having a kid shouldn't stop you from representing your country, you know?
Beautiful. That's so thoughtful.
Exactly, and I think the fact we're also getting more women in FIDE, and a lot of the stuff is coming from that, and so we'll see what else happens, but I'm very optimistic.
When it comes to social media world, a lot of the things work based on, let's say, clickbaits, interesting titles.
Yeah.
But when you are an official organization, you can't indulge in those things. It might hurt the players. So how do you manage to balance that? Or what are your thoughts there?
Well, I actually had this conversation with our social media manager, Nikki, because we want to find a balance on making content that's like fun, but not too funny, because at the end of the day, and Nikki said this, we want to align ourselves with Olympic values and, you know, how they present themselves, like Olympic sporting codes, because we genuinely want chess to be an Olympic sport one day, and to have that there needs to be some kind of stature, some kind of, I guess, formality in FIDE and the content we produce. So that's what we're going with right now, something that people will enjoy, but at the same time keeps chess as this elegant, the image of chess as elegant and Olympic.
Beautifully put. What would you say are the things you would like to do going forward now? Are there some, is there a dream list that you have?
Well, my dreams are happening as we speak. So, I don't know, life is a roller coaster. And I remember in December, like speaking to my mom before Uzbekistan, I was like, life is about to change. Like, I'm about to go on this world stage and become kind of more known in the chess world. And since then, I was like, oh, I want to do this, this, and that. But now the things are coming to me. So these big events, I mean, even being at the World Championship match later this year is going to be a dream. I've never been to one before. So there's a lot coming up, a lot in the pipeline. And I don't want to, like, at this point, I don't know what I want because things are already so big. I'm just like, how big can I dream? Let's see how that goes.
Well, wonderful. Charlize, it was a pleasure talking to you, to know more about you, your journey, and also the positive elements that you're adding to the chess world. Congratulations.
Thanks, Sagar. And thanks to the ChessBase India community.